battles. We're now going on to the Belgian pave surfaces. So these generally give shorter wavelength inputs into the car and expose any kind of secondary ride issues that it might have, or if anything is going to drop off the car, it would be here. It does rattle you around a little bit driving over these things. These are the washboard surfaces, which are quite harsh and not dissimilar to sort of cat's eyes on a motorway, but more severe. It's quite difficult with a sports car that needs to be stiff in the corners to also be compliant on the bumps.
The new car has some very clever engineering which should allow it to cope with most road conditions. At each corner of it there are independent spring and hydraulic dampers. Fluid-filled chambers are linked to each other. As high pressure meets high pressure under roll, the chassis stiffens. But to have a more comfortable ride on a badly maintained road, hydraulic lines connect the front and back, allowing each wheel to operate independently.
The car has got a number of discrete suspension settings which allow it to become moderately firm on rough surfaces, but at the flick of a switch you can turn it into something that's also very responsive on racetrack kind of environments. So Jekyll and Hyde, I think, is probably the best.
The team work with a fleet of over 50 prototypes, and one of the oldest is maintained by engineers like Richard Yeo.
It's a workhorse basically, so it's just kept running, patched up, and it does its job. Temperatures coming out of the exhaust are approximately about 800 degrees, so we've seen problems with the bumpers melting before, so it's just a way of bypassing that and just carrying on.
When the team discover problems like the melting bumpers, tweaks and adjustments can be fed back to base to fix them.
This car does look proper Mad Max, but I can assure you all the equipment in the car is top-notch and is the highest spec that you can get. As you can see, it's quite different to a production car that you would see on the line. We run quite a lot of data logging, 2 screens here so the driver can see everything that's going on with the engine, and also all these switches here are bespoke to nearly all the test cars. So you have here fire extinguisher armed, engine kill, battery kill, and this will be for just recording their laps during the durability cycle. And on the rear shelf is where the data logging computer normally sits.
Having worked on this project for nearly 5 years, Richard has become rather attached to this prototype.
Yes, my baby. I've worked with it for a long time now.
What will happen to it eventually?